Two lepers were sitting in front of a posh building in Maitama, where they usually take their position to beg. So one day, one said to his friend, he said, imagine all these beautiful houses. See how these people are enjoying. He says, some people, they are already experiencing their own heaven on earth. But for you and I, my brother, it's like our only last hope is heaven. It's only when we get to heaven that we shall see things like this and enjoy. Then his friend looked at him and said, what makes you think that when you get to heaven, you will not still be a leper begging? And that one said, what? I said, yes, what makes you think if you get to heaven, you will not be a leper? Then this other one said to him, Wallahi, is that you borrow bada Allah? In other words, I get to heaven, and then I become a leper, and be suffering what I'm suffering here. He said, me and God will go enter one trouser. In other words, if God is your last hope, and you come face to face with God, and God tells you that your case is hopeless, what will you do? You remember the story of Ike Mefuna in Things Fall Apart, when he was to be killed. Who did he run to? Okonkwo, right? And he was calling him my father, hoping that this is the person that will save him. Who killed him? The first reading. It is the priest who represents God that will pronounce the sentence of banishment on the leper and send him away. The priest that represents God. So you can imagine the fate of the leper those days. That the person who's supposed to be your last hope, who is supposed to provide help, is the one that is giving you the last judgment. So the situation of the lepers those days was worse than a dead person. It was worse than that. It was a misery you never prayed to be in. The lepers were neither human beings nor animals. They were neither dead nor alive. It was a pathetic situation. And this is the problem. When grace is absent, when grace is absent, disgrace reigns. Problems persist when grace is absent. The difference between the lepers in the first reading and the leper in the gospel is the absence and the presence of grace. For the ones in the first reading, grace was absent. But for this one in the gospel, grace was present. May grace not be absent in your life. In the name of Jesus Christ. It is about grace. So the people who took care, who attended to the problem of leprosy in the first reading, were people without the grace of healing. And so they made the situation of the leper worse. So the leper was no longer suffering from disease, from infirmity. The leper is now suffering from spiritual problem. The leper is now suffering from social problem. The leper is now suffering from economic problem. The leper is now suffering from psychological problem. Because those who were to treat his issue didn't have grace. So there is a difference between when people who have grace are on top of a situation than when those who don't have it. Or if you live in an era where there is no grace, no career of grace, your situation becomes completely miserable and hopeless. So I am praying that our generation will continue to experience the grace of God in the name of Jesus the Lord. To watch full videos and get notifications for new ones, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. God bless you.
Sign up with the largest community of Catholics online. Meet new friends, chat, post pictures and videos, make and receive audios and video calls, interact with lots of priests and religions. Download the app from Google Play Store.